Hello, English learners. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Sarah, and today we're going to begin a powerful lesson that will help you speak English fluently in just 30 days. By learning how to think in English without translating, build daily speaking habits, practice real-life conversations, improve your pronunciation through shadowing, and strengthen your vocabulary so your sentences become natural, automatic, and confident. Before starting, I just want to let you know that we upload daily English learning videos every day. So subscribe and stay connected with us for more helpful lessons. I want you to imagine that you and I are sitting together, having a calm and supportive coaching session. You are here because you want to sound fluent, confident, and natural. You want to stop pausing, stop translating, and stop feeling stuck when you speak. And I want you to know that this is absolutely possible for you. You are not far away from fluency. You are actually closer than you think. You just need the right habits, the right guidance, and the right mindset. So let's take this step together slowly and intentionally. Many learners believe fluency is something magical that happens after years of studying. But fluency isn't about how long you study. Fluency is about how you train your brain. When you translate everything from your native language into English, your brain has to work twice as hard. It becomes slow, heavy, and confused. But when you start thinking directly in English, your brain becomes faster and clearer, and your sentences begin to flow naturally. So today, we begin training your mind to stay in English. Think of this lesson as a daily conversation with yourself, a space where English feels natural, familiar, and comfortable. The first step to thinking in English is learning to notice your thoughts. Every moment of your day is full of small thoughts. I'm hungry. I feel tired. It's too hot. I like this. I don't like that. I want to go out. I should clean my room. These tiny thoughts are gold for English practice. When you practice expressing these thoughts in English, even silently in your mind, you begin to build real fluency. For example, if you wake up and think, I don't want to get out of bed, try switching it to English instantly. Or if you're walking outside and notice the weather, try saying in English, the air feels nice today. If you're cooking and thinking about food, shift that thought into English. The moment you practice this, even for 10 seconds, you are teaching your brain to stay in English mode. Now let's practice your first thinking exercise. Just relax for a moment and think about your morning. Picture the moment you opened your eyes. Without translating, try expressing this in English in your mind. I woke up and felt a little sleepy. I stretched my arms. I sat up slowly. I checked my phone. I didn't want to hurry today. I'm starting my day gently. Feel how natural that is? No grammar analysis, no translation, no pressure. This is how real fluency begins. Don't worry about mistakes. Don't try to produce perfect grammar. The goal is flow, not perfection. Fluency grows when you stop trying to be perfect. Fluency grows when you allow yourself to sound natural, human, and relaxed. Now let's talk about daily speaking habits that make fluency faster. Many learners think they need 1 or 2 hours a day, but that's not true. You need small, consistent habits. Even 5 minutes a day can transform your confidence. You can practice while brushing your teeth by describing what you're doing. You can practice while choosing clothes by telling yourself what you're going to wear. You can practice while eating, walking, or cooking. English is not a school subject. English is a living language, and living languages grow when we use them naturally in daily life. Think of English like exercise. If you exercise once a month for 2 hours, it won't help much. But if you exercise a little bit every day, your body changes. The same thing happens with your English. You don't need long practice sessions. You need daily contact. Here's a daily life practice exercise for you. Imagine you are preparing breakfast. Without thinking too much, express your actions in English. I'm opening the fridge. I'm taking out some eggs. I'm heating the pan. I want to make something simple today. I'm adding a little salt. This smells really good. I'm enjoying this quiet morning. These sentences are simple, but they give your brain the repetition it needs. When your brain hears English regularly, it becomes easier and faster. When English becomes part of your daily routine, fluency grows naturally. Now let's start moving toward pronunciation and shadowing, because these two skills will help your English sound smooth and confident. Shadowing means you repeat after me in real time. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to follow my rhythm gently. Let's try a simple warm-up. Repeat this softly or in your mind. I am improving every day. I am learning to think in English. I am getting more comfortable with speaking. I am becoming more fluent and confident. Feel the rhythm, feel the flow, and most importantly, feel the belief behind the words. When you repeat English phrases with rhythm and emotion, your pronunciation becomes more natural. Your brain begins to understand the melody of English. The melody is as important as the words. English is not spoken word by word. It flows. Let's do a short pronunciation exercise. Repeat after me slowly, letting every word feel calm and smooth. I speak clearly. I speak confidently. I speak with ease. Notice how your mouth moves. Notice how the sounds feel. Every time you practice shadowing, you are building muscle memory. Your mouth learns the patterns of English. Your brain learns the sound of natural speech. And over time, your fluency becomes effortless. Now let's bring in vocabulary and sentence-building practice for everyday situations. Because these small exercises will help your thoughts turn into English sentences automatically. Let's begin with a simple daily life topic, talking about your plans. Repeat this gently. I'm planning to go out later. I might meet a friend. I want to get some fresh air. I'm thinking about trying a new cafe. These sentences are natural, simple, and useful. They help your brain learn how English thoughts are formed. When your brain gets used to these structures, you stop translating. You begin thinking directly in English. Let's try another situation. Imagine you are at home after a long day. Repeat this mentally. I feel a little tired, but it was a good day. I finished my work. I learned something new. I took care of myself. I'm ready to relax now. These thoughts are real. You can use them in your life every day. Thinking in English becomes easier when you connect it to your real experiences. We're just getting started, and there's so much more to explore, including more shadowing practice, deeper thinking exercises, real-life conversations, and powerful fluency-building habits that will support you over the next 30 days. We will continue building your confidence step by step, so English becomes a natural part of your mind and your daily life. As we continue this journey together, I want you to stay relaxed and open to the flow of English. You don't need to force anything. Fluency grows when you allow English to move naturally through your mind. Think of this lesson as gentle training for your thoughts. You are teaching your mind a new rhythm, a new way of expressing itself, a new flow of communication. And the more comfortable you become with thinking in English, the more confident your speaking will become. Every small thought, every small sentence, every small practice moment is helping you progress. You don't always realize it immediately, but your brain is absorbing the patterns, the sounds, and the structure of English, even when you're not speaking out loud. Let's go deeper into the idea of thinking in English, because this is truly the foundation of speaking fluently in 30 days. Many learners tell me they understand a lot of English, but freeze when they try to speak. This happens because their thoughts are still in their native language. The mind tries to translate quickly, and it becomes stressed and confused. That's why today, and for the next several days, I want you to use English for the tiny, simple thoughts of your day. Not complex ideas, not long sentences, not difficult grammar, just tiny thoughts. For example, when you drink water, think, this tastes refreshing. When you look outside, think, the weather looks nice. When you feel relaxed, think, I feel calm right now. These small actions help your brain create a new habit. Over time, your thoughts will start coming out naturally in English without effort. Let's do a guided thinking in English practice together right now. Close your eyes for a moment, or simply soften your gaze. Visualize your day today. Visualize the moments that already passed, or the moments that are coming. Now try expressing those moments in English internally. For example, I woke up earlier than usual. I needed a moment to stretch. I wasn't in a hurry today. I made myself something warm to drink. I wanted a peaceful morning. I felt a sense of calm as I started my day. When you think like this, your mind begins to understand that English is not only for studying, it is for living. It is for expressing your experience. This simple mental shift is what creates fluency. Now let's move into daily speaking habits that create real transformation. You don't need to wait for a classroom. You don't need a teacher in front of you. You don't need a long study schedule. Your environment is your classroom. You are always surrounded by opportunities to practice. For example, when you walk to another room in your home, describe your movement. I'm going to the kitchen. I'm getting a glass of water. I'm returning to my room. These sentences are simple, but they build fluency. If you are at work, you can think about your actions in English silently. I need to finish this task. I want to send a message. I'm reviewing my notes. These moments build a foundation. English becomes familiar. English becomes part of your day. Let's practice a real-life situation together. Imagine you are preparing to leave your house. Think about the steps and express them mentally in English. I'm putting on my shoes. I need to grab my keys. I should take my phone. I'm ready to go now. Even if you say these sentences silently, your brain is practicing. Silent English is still English. It still trains your fluency. So don't worry if you don't have time to speak out loud. Your mind is doing the work. Now let's shift into shadowing practice, because shadowing is one of the fastest ways to improve fluency, pronunciation, and confidence. I want you to repeat after me softly, naturally, and at your own pace. Don't overthink the words. Let them move gently through you. Here we go. I am learning to speak with confidence. I am training my mind to think in English. I am getting more fluent every day. I am learning without stress. I am improving. Naturally, feel the calm energy in these sentences. When you shadow in this way, your brain absorbs the sounds, your voice becomes clearer, your speech becomes more natural. You are learning the music of English. Let's try another short shadowing exercise. Repeat after me with a calm rhythm. I'm learning to relax when I speak. I don't need to rush. I don't need to be perfect. I speak with ease. Fluency comes from comfort, not pressure. Many learners speak too quickly because they feel nervous, but real fluency isn't about speed. Real fluency is about clarity, flow, confidence, and control. When you speak calmly, your brain has space to think, your mouth has space to form the sounds, and your words become smoother and more natural. Now let's work on natural pronunciation through simple daily life sentences. Repeat these softly or in your mind. I woke up feeling refreshed. I'm getting ready for my day. I want to stay focused and positive. I'm doing my best today. These sentences create natural English patterns in your mind. When your brain becomes familiar with these structures, you begin thinking in English automatically. Let's now look at vocabulary and sentence building, because these two elements work together to shape your fluency. Fluency doesn't mean using long, complex words. Fluency means being able to express your thoughts clearly and naturally. So let's practice building simple but powerful sentences. Begin with this idea, your feelings. You can say, I feel relaxed, I feel excited, I feel focused, I feel grateful. These short sentences help you practice emotional vocabulary, which is essential for natural conversation. Now let's practice talking about your day. Repeat this mentally. I'm planning to work hard today. I want to stay productive. I might meet someone later. I need to finish something important. These sentences help your mind create English thoughts about your daily life. The more you practice these small structures, the easier speaking becomes. Let's practice one more topic, your environment. You can think. The room is quiet. The air feels cool. The light is soft. I feel comfortable here. These small observations create English thinking habits. They help your brain stay in English throughout the day. Over the next 30 days, this will become your strongest tool. Now let's explore a small but important mental shift. Many learners believe speaking fluently means speaking fast, but fluency has nothing to do with speed. If you rush, you lose clarity. If you rush, you create stress. If you rush, you force your brain to translate quickly, and that slows you down. So speaking slowly, calmly, and clearly is actually the sign of a confident speaker. So when you practice shadowing and daily sentences, slow down. Speak with intention. Feel the words, let English become a natural part of your breath. We're now approaching 1/3 of the lesson, so this is the perfect moment to remind you that if you're enjoying this lesson, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more daily English practice. Your support helps us create more lessons like this one. And it also reminds you to stay committed to your English journey. Now let's continue building your fluency step by step. Imagine you're having a simple conversation with someone about your plans. Think about how you would respond in English. For example, I'm thinking about going out later. I want to take a break. I might get some fresh air. I'm not sure yet, but I'll see how I feel. These kinds of sentences help you build flexibility. You learn how to express uncertainty, possibility, intention, and emotion, all key ingredients of real conversations. We're just warming up, and each moment is bringing you closer to natural fluency. Your mind is opening, your vocabulary is expanding, your pronunciation is improving, and your confidence is growing. And now we're ready to go even deeper into real-life conversations, thought training, and speaking habits that will make English flow effortlessly for you. As we continue this journey, I want you to really feel how your relationship with English is changing. Fluency is not only about memorizing words or repeating phrases. Fluency is emotional, it is mental, it is physical, it is the gentle connection between your thoughts and your voice. When you begin to think in English, speak in English, and feel comfortable expressing your inner world in English, you begin to speak naturally. You no longer chase English. English becomes part of you. And when English becomes part of you, you no longer feel nervous when talking to someone. You no longer freeze when you need to respond quickly. You no longer worry about making mistakes. You speak from a place of calm confidence, and that is what we are building today. So let's continue strengthening the skill of thinking in English. Thinking in English doesn't mean thinking in perfect sentences. It means thinking in simple, real, honest thoughts. When you feel thirsty, say internally, I need something to drink. When you feel hungry, say, I'm getting hungry now. When you're deciding what to wear, think, I want something comfortable. These simple thoughts help create a steady flow of English in your mind, and this flow becomes your foundation for fluency. Let's practice a deeper thinking exercise now. Imagine you are walking outside. The air is comfortable, the sky is clear, and you are moving with a slow, relaxed pace. Now start describing your experience in English, silently in your mind. I'm taking a slow walk. The weather feels nice today. I'm enjoying the fresh air. I can hear traffic in the distance. I'm letting my mind relax. I'm just walking and breathing. These are natural thoughts, the same thoughts you already have every day. You're simply training yourself to express them in English instead of translating them. When you do this regularly, English becomes your automatic language for simple, everyday thinking. And this is what creates the quick, natural responses you want when you speak. Now let's connect this thinking practice to everyday speaking. Many learners say they understand English perfectly, but freeze when they have to speak. This is usually because their brain is switching languages in the moment. You aren't slow. You aren't bad at English. Your brain is simply trying to translate, and translation takes time. But if you've already been thinking in English throughout the day, speaking becomes easy. The words are already ready. They are already in your mind. You don't need to search for them. They flow naturally. Let's move into a guided daily life conversation practice. I'll walk you through a simple situation, talking about how your day is going, Imagine someone asks you, "How's your day so far?" Think about how you would answer in English and express it naturally in your mind. You could say, "It's going well so far. I've been productive today. I feel calm and focused. I'm taking things slowly. I'm enjoying the day." These are natural, everyday sentences. You don't need complicated grammar to sound fluent. You need clarity and comfort. Now imagine someone asks you what you plan to do later. You can say, "I'm thinking about relaxing for a bit. I might watch something or read. I'm not sure yet. I'm just taking the day, step by step." Notice how natural that sounds. You're not forcing anything. You're not trying to speak perfectly. You're simply expressing your real feelings in English. This is fluency. Let's bring in shadowing practice again, because shadowing helps match your thoughts with your voice. Repeat these sentences softly or in your mind. "I am learning to express myself clearly. I don't need to be perfect. I only need to be natural. I am speaking with more confidence each day." Feel the rhythm of your voice. Feel the calmness behind your words. When you shadow in a relaxed way, you teach your brain to copy the rhythm, tone, and flow of natural English. And when you internalize that rhythm, you begin speaking more confidently even without practice. Let's try a slightly longer shadowing exercise. Repeat this gently. "I am becoming more comfortable with English every day. I can express my feelings, my thoughts, and my ideas with ease. I am not afraid of mistakes. Mistakes help me grow. I speak calmly. I speak clearly. I speak naturally." When you repeat sentences like these, you're doing more than practicing pronunciation. You're training your mindset. You're building emotional fluency and mental fluency, not just verbal fluency. Now let's move into vocabulary and sentence building for everyday communication. You don't need hundreds of new words to sound fluent. You need the right words, used naturally. So let's practice describing your feelings, your environment, and your actions. Start with how you feel right now. You can think, "I feel focused. I feel relaxed. I feel ready to learn." Now describe your environment. You can think, "The room feels quiet. The light is soft. The air feels comfortable." Now describe your action. "I'm listening carefully. I'm understanding these ideas. I'm practicing English with intention." These simple structures help your brain create English patterns that are easy to use in conversation. Now let's practice forming longer, more natural sentences. Imagine you're talking to someone about your morning. You might say, "I had a calm morning today. I woke up a little earlier than usual. I didn't want to rush. So I took my time getting ready. I made myself something warm to drink. And it helped me start the day with a peaceful feeling." These sentences flow naturally because they use simple structures connected to real life. And that is what makes your speaking sound fluent. Now imagine you're talking about your goals. You might say, "I want to speak more confidently. I'm trying to think in English every day. I'm practicing speaking even when I'm alone. I know I'm improving, and I feel proud of my progress." These sentences help your mind express your intentions, hopes, and goals. And expressing your goals in English strengthens your connection to the language. Now let's practice a real-life scenario. You're meeting someone after a long day and they ask how you are. You could say, "I'm doing well. It was a long day. But I managed everything. I learned something new. I feel good about the progress I made. Now I'm ready to relax. These are simple but powerful sentences. They help you talk naturally about your day, your feelings, your experiences, and your life. Let's return to shadowing for a moment to help internalize rhythm and natural accent patterns. Repeat this calmly. I am building a strong foundation in English. I am learning to trust my voice. I am letting English flow through me. I feel more confident with each practice session. When you speak with emotion, your words become more alive. They become more meaningful not just to others, but to you. Now let's do a quick mental exercise to help you stop translating. I want you to pick an object near you. It could be your phone, your cup, your chair, anything. Now describe it in English without translating. Think something like, my phone is next to me. My chair feels comfortable. The cup is warm. This is training your brain to connect English directly to what you see, instead of connecting English to your native language. Once your brain gets used to this, speaking becomes automatic. Let's connect all the skills we've practiced so far: thinking, shadowing, vocabulary, and natural speaking. Imagine someone asking you to describe your day tomorrow. You could say, I'm planning to start my morning early. I want to stay productive. I might go out for a walk. I want to take care of myself and stay positive. I'm looking forward to a good day. These kinds of sentences prepare you for spontaneous conversation. You're training your mind to respond naturally, without pressure. Your fluency grows every time you think, shadow, or speak in English. And as you keep practicing, you'll notice that English begins to appear in your mind automatically. That's how you know you're getting closer to the fluent, confident version of yourself. As we keep moving forward in this lesson, I want you to feel how naturally your mind is beginning to accept English as a comfortable, familiar language. This comfort is what creates fluency, when English no longer feels like a foreign language, when it begins to feel like a tool you can use anytime, anywhere. That is when speaking becomes effortless. You may not notice the transformation day by day, but small internal shifts are already happening. You are becoming more aware of English sounds. You are becoming more connected to English rhythm. You are expressing more of your thoughts in English. And these small improvements build a strong foundation for the next 30 days of fluency practice. Let's continue strengthening your ability to think in English during real-life moments, because this is where true fluency grows. Imagine you are standing in your kitchen, deciding what to eat. Instead of thinking in your native language, switch to English. Think something like, I feel a little hungry. I want something simple. Maybe I'll make a sandwich. I don't want to spend too much time cooking. These thoughts are part of your real life, and practicing them in English is one of the most powerful habits you can build. Over time, your thoughts will automatically come out in English because your brain recognizes it as the easier option. Now imagine you are at your workplace or studying. You're working on a task, and you feel a little tired. Instead of letting your mind drift into another language, bring it back to English. Think, I need to focus for a few more minutes. I can finish this part. I'm doing well. I just need a little more energy. These internal sentences support your fluency, and also motivate you to keep going. English becomes your self-talk. And when English becomes your self-talk, it becomes your primary thinking language during important moments, which leads to faster, smoother speaking. Let's practice a guided thinking exercise again. Visualize a typical part of your day. It could be your morning routine, your commute, your lunch break, or your evening relaxation. Now bring English into that scene. Imagine you are describing everything quietly to yourself. For example, I'm walking to the bus stop. The weather feels warm today. I'm thinking about my schedule. I have a lot to do, but I can handle it. I'm taking things one step at a time. Notice how calm and natural these sentences are. They don't require advanced grammar. They just require presence. The more present you are in your daily life, the more opportunities you have to practice English thinking. Let's now move into speaking practice connected to these thoughts. Imagine you are talking to someone about your day. You could say, "My morning was pretty calm. I got ready slowly because I didn't want to rush. I had a simple breakfast and took a moment to relax before starting my tasks." These sentences are natural and easy to use in conversation, but they also help your brain feel comfortable forming English ideas. Now imagine someone asks you how you are feeling. You can say, "I'm feeling pretty good today. I'm focused and ready to learn. I feel like I'm making progress." These kinds of sentences help you communicate clearly and confidently. Let's move into shadowing practice again, so your pronunciation and rhythm stay connected to your thoughts. Repeat softly or internally. I am learning to speak naturally. I am learning to think clearly. English is becoming easier for me. I am getting more fluent every day. Let the words feel smooth and relaxed. When your speech is calm, your mind stays calm. And when your mind is calm, your fluency improves quickly. Let's do a slightly longer shadowing exercise. I am creating new habits for myself. I am thinking in English more often. I am noticing my progress. I am becoming more confident. I trust that I can improve. These types of affirmations support both your mindset and your fluency. They help you see English not as a challenge, but as a companion, something that grows with you. Now let's practice vocabulary and sentence building exercises. We'll focus on describing small everyday actions because these are the sentences you will use most often. Imagine you're telling someone about what you're doing right now. You might say, "I'm listening to an English lesson. I'm trying to understand every idea. I'm practicing my speaking in my mind. I'm taking my fluency seriously." These sentences are powerful because they connect your learning process to your real identity. When you identify as someone who practices English daily, your confidence becomes stronger. Let's practice talking about intentions. Imagine someone asks you what you want to accomplish today. You might say, "I want to use English more naturally. I'm planning to practice thinking in English whenever I can. I want to stay consistent." These sentences show your mindset, your goals, and your motivation, all of which support fluency. Now imagine you're at the end of your day, and someone asks how everything went. You could say, "Today was good. I practiced English a few times. I paid attention to my thoughts. I tried to express myself more naturally. I feel proud of the small steps I took." These simple reflections help your brain internalize English even more. When you review your day in English, Your mind strengthens the connection between language and memory. Let's shift into a more interactive practice. I want you to imagine having a small conversation with yourself. Imagine you're asking yourself, "How do I feel right now?" And then answer in English. "I feel calm. I feel focused. I'm enjoying this lesson." Then ask yourself, "What do I want to practice next?" And reply, "I want to practice speaking more naturally. I want to focus on my pronunciation. I want to build confidence." These small, self-guided conversations help create fluency in a comfortable environment. Let's practice describing your surroundings again, because this helps you stay connected to English vocabulary. Think about the room you're in right now. Describe it internally. You could think, "The room is quiet. The air feels warm. The lighting is soft. I feel comfortable here." These sentences help train your mind to connect English directly to the world around you. Now let's go deeper into pronunciation practice, because this is what helps your speaking sound smooth and natural. Repeat after me gently. I speak with confidence. I speak with clarity. I speak with calmness. Feel how each sentence flows. Fluency is not only about the words you choose, it is also about the feeling behind your voice. When you speak calmly, you sound more confident. When you speak with clarity, you communicate better. When you trust yourself, people listen. Now let's build a longer shadowing sequence. Repeat this mentally or softly. I'm learning to relax into English. I don't need to force my speech. I can take my time. I can breathe. I can speak slowly and clearly. I am becoming a fluent English speaker. These sentences help you develop a strong emotional connection with the language, and that emotional connection makes fluency easier. Let's practice a real-life scenario now. Imagine you're meeting someone new. They ask you about your hobbies. Think about your response in English. You might say, "I enjoy learning languages. I like reading and listening to music. I enjoy spending time outdoors. I try to learn something new every day." These simple statements help build conversational confidence. Now imagine you're talking about your schedule. You could say, "I have a busy day, but I'm taking things step by step. I'm trying to stay focused. I know I can handle everything." These sentences help develop practical fluency. Everything you are practicing today, thinking, shadowing, speaking, noticing your thoughts, building daily habits, is bringing you closer to the natural fluency you want. You're already doing the work, and every moment you spend here is transforming your English from the inside out. As we move deeper into this lesson, I want you to notice how your confidence is slowly expanding. Fluency is not something that arrives suddenly. It grows quietly, gently, and consistently. You build it through the small English thoughts you create throughout your day. You strengthen it through shadowing and speaking practice. You support it with your mindset, your motivation, and your daily habits. And each time you choose English, whether you are thinking, speaking, reading, or listening, you are reinforcing the belief that you can become a fluent English speaker. Let's continue building this belief by practicing more thinking in English exercises. Visualize a moment when you're getting ready to go out. It could be for work, school, or simply to take a walk. Now guide your thoughts in English. Think, "I need to get ready. I should grab my bag. I need my phone and my keys. I'm putting on my shoes. I think I'm ready to go." These thoughts are simple but incredibly effective. You are taking real moments from your daily life and connecting them to English. This is how fluency becomes effortless. Now imagine you're traveling somewhere, even if it's just a short trip. Visualize yourself walking through a public space like a station or a mall. Let your thoughts flow in English. You might think, there are a lot of people today. I need to check where I'm going. I think I'm walking in the right direction. I should look around a bit. I'm almost there. When you bring English into environments like this, even only in your mind, you train your brain to respond in English during real conversations. Let's practice an internal conversation with yourself, a powerful tool for fluency. Ask yourself a question in English. What am I thinking about right now? Then answer naturally. I'm thinking about practicing English. I'm focusing on improving. I'm giving my best effort. These small internal dialogues help your brain switch instantly to English during conversation. Now imagine someone asks you what you did yesterday. Organize your thoughts in English before you respond. You might say, yesterday was a productive day. I finished some important tasks. I took some time to relax. I learned something new. I tried to stay positive. These sentences reflect real-life moments and help you express yourself clearly in English. Now let's bring shadowing back into the practice. Repeat after me softly, letting the sentences flow. I am learning to speak more naturally. I can feel my improvement. I don't need to rush. I can take my time. I trust my learning process. Shadowing helps your brain absorb the rhythm of English. It helps your voice become smoother and more confident, and it teaches you how to speak without overthinking. Let's try a longer shadowing sequence now. Repeat internally or softly. I am becoming more confident every day. English is becoming easier for me. I'm learning to express my thoughts clearly. I'm learning to stay calm while speaking. I'm improving with every practice session. When you repeat affirmations like these, you build emotional fluency, the confidence and self-belief that supports your speaking. Emotional fluency is just as important as vocabulary or grammar because confident speakers communicate better. Now let's continue with practical vocabulary and sentence-building exercises. Let's start by describing simple activities. Imagine you're preparing dinner. Think, I'm cutting vegetables. I'm heating the pan. I'm adding some spices. It smells good. I'm almost done cooking. These sentences are everyday English. They are natural and useful because you can apply them immediately in real life. Now imagine you're relaxing in the evening. Think, I'm taking a break now. I'm sitting comfortably. I'm enjoying this quiet moment. I'm trying not to think about anything stressful. These everyday thoughts become building blocks for natural conversation. Let's practice speaking about your emotions again, because fluent speakers express feelings clearly. Think, I feel motivated today. I feel curious. I feel calm. I feel grateful. Emotional vocabulary creates deep, meaningful conversation. And expressing your feelings in English helps make the language feel more personal and natural. Now, let's build more complex but still natural sentences. Imagine someone asks you what you're trying to improve in your English. You can say, I'm trying to think in English more often. I want to expand my vocabulary. I'm practicing speaking even when I'm alone. I'm learning to feel more confident in conversations. These sentences show your intentions and your dedication to improving. They also help you practice speaking about goals and progress. Now imagine you're talking about your future plans. You can say, I'm planning to be more consistent with my learning. I want to practice every day. I want to watch more English videos. I want to improve the way I express myself. These sentences help build fluency because they combine intention, desire, and action. Now let's shift to a real life conversation practice. Imagine you're meeting a friend and they ask what you've been up to. You can answer, I've been focusing on my English lately. I'm trying new techniques. I'm practicing thinking in English. It's helping me become more fluent. These sentences reflect your real progress and keep your speaking natural. Let's go deeper now with a guided visualization practice. Imagine you are sitting in a peaceful place, a quiet room, a cafe, a park, anywhere you feel comfortable. Now imagine you are speaking English easily, confidently, and naturally. See yourself having a conversation without hesitation. Feel the smooth flow of your words, feel the calmness in your chest, and the clarity in your voice. Visualizing successful speaking experiences helps your brain believe in your ability to speak fluently. Your mind begins to accept English as a comfortable part of your life. Now let's return to pronunciation practice. Repeat these sentences calmly. I speak with clarity. I speak with confidence. I speak with intention. Notice how your mouth moves when you say these words. Notice how your voice feels. Speaking fluently is not about speed, it's about flow. And when you speak with intention, your English becomes more natural. Let's try a more advanced shadowing sequence. Repeat softly. I am learning to trust my voice. I am not afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes help me grow. I can speak clearly. I can express my ideas. I can communicate with confidence. These sentences build both emotional strength and verbal fluency. Now let's practice connecting thoughts with spoken English. I'll give you a simple scenario. Imagine you're finishing your work for the day and getting ready to relax. Think, I'm done with my tasks. I feel relieved. I want to take a break. I think I'll relax for a while. These thoughts help you practice speaking about real-life moments in English. Now imagine someone asks how your English practice is going. You could say, it's going well. I've been practicing my thinking. I'm speaking more naturally. I'm feeling more confident. These kinds of sentences help you prepare for real conversations about your learning journey. Everything you are doing now, every thought, every shadowing practice, every silent sentence is transforming your English. You're not just learning the language. You are living in it. You are building habits that will stay with you long after this lesson ends. As you continue this lesson, I want you to feel how fluency is forming inside you, not through memorizing long grammar explanations, but through slowly changing the way your mind processes English. Fluency is a habit. It is the habit of choosing English in small moments of your day. It is the habit of expressing daily thoughts without translating. It is the habit of speaking calmly and naturally. And it is the habit of believing in yourself a little more each day. The more you practice these habits, the stronger your fluency becomes. So let's continue building those habits together, step by step, thought by thought. Let's begin with another deep thinking in English practice. Imagine you're starting a brand new day. The room is quiet, the air feels soft, and you feel calm and awake. Now try to express your morning thoughts in English. Think, I'm waking up slowly. I feel peaceful right now. I'm ready to start my day. I want to take things calmly. I'm going to stretch a little. I'm getting out of bed now. These simple thoughts don't seem like much, but they build mental fluency. They train your brain to stay in English mode as you move through your morning. Now imagine you're getting ready for something important, maybe work, school, a meeting, or an appointment. Guide your thoughts in English. Think, I want to do well today. I'm preparing myself mentally. I'm choosing what I need to bring. I'm staying focused and positive. I'm ready to handle whatever comes my way. These sentences help you practice speaking about future intentions, feelings, and preparation. They automatically strengthen your ability to speak clearly in real conversations. Let's practice a real-life internal dialogue. Ask yourself in English, what do I need right now? And then answer naturally. I need clarity. I need focus. I need calmness. This helps train your brain to use English during moments of reflection. The more you use English to talk to yourself, the easier it becomes to use it when talking to others. Now let's practice describing a busy moment. Imagine you're in the middle of your day and you have multiple tasks to do. Think, I have a lot to handle right now. I need to stay organized. I'm taking things step by step. I can do this. When you use English during busy or stressful moments, you train your mind to rely on the language under pressure, which is one of the most important steps toward fluency. Now imagine someone asks you how your day has been so far. Prepare your thoughts in English. You might say, my day has been good. I've been working steadily. I've stayed productive. I feel a little tired, but I'm managing well. These natural, everyday sentences help you become comfortable sharing personal updates in English. Now let's bring shadowing back in, because shadowing is one of the most powerful fluency tools you can use. Repeat softly or in your mind. I am learning to speak with flow. I am learning to trust my voice. English is becoming more natural for me. I am becoming more confident every day. Feel the rhythm. Feel the smoothness. Feel the calm energy behind the words. When you shadow like this, your mouth learns new patterns, your mind learns new rhythms, and your fluency becomes more natural. Let's do another shadowing sequence, slightly longer this time. I am learning to express myself clearly. I don't need to rush. I don't need to worry about perfection. I can take my time. I can breathe. I can speak calmly and confidently. Every time you repeat these sentences, you strengthen your emotional fluency, the part of fluency that helps you stay relaxed while speaking. Now let's continue with vocabulary and sentence building. Let's start with actions you take throughout the day. Imagine you're organizing something. Think, I'm putting things in order. I'm clearing some space. I'm trying to stay focused. I'm almost done. These small action verbs help you build natural sentence patterns. Now imagine you're talking about a break you're taking. Think, I'm taking a short break. I need to relax my mind. I'm enjoying this moment of quiet. I'll continue soon. These sentences help you speak naturally about your daily experiences. Now let's practice describing emotions again, because fluent speakers express their emotions honestly and clearly. Think, I feel peaceful. I feel inspired. I feel grateful. I feel calm. These sentences help you develop emotional vocabulary, which is essential for connecting with others in conversation. Let's practice talking about your goals again. English learners often need to express their learning goals. So this is great practice. Think. I want to improve my pronunciation. I want to speak without hesitation. I want to feel confident in conversations. I want to use English more naturally. These sentences help you describe your intentions clearly and fluently. Now let's build a realistic conversation practice. Imagine you're speaking with someone about your English learning journey. They ask you what you've been doing to improve. You could say, "I've been practicing thinking in English every day. I'm working on speaking more naturally. I'm using shadowing to improve my pronunciation. I'm trying to build strong habits." These sentences prepare you for real-life conversations. Let's now practice deeper visualization. Imagine you are in a place where you feel peaceful and safe, somewhere you can breathe deeply. It could be a quiet room at home, a peaceful spot outside, or even a calm coffee shop. Now imagine English words flowing through your mind naturally. Imagine conversations that feel easy. Imagine yourself speaking without fear, without hesitation, without translating. Visualization helps reprogram your mind to believe that fluency is possible. When your mind believes something is possible, your actions start to match that belief. Now let's return to pronunciation practice. Repeat softly. I speak with ease. I speak with confidence. I speak with clarity. Let your voice or internal voice feel smooth. Fluency is not just about what you say, it's about how you say it. When you speak with confidence, your communication becomes clearer and stronger. Let's do another shadowing sequence with more advanced phrasing. Repeat after me internally. I am becoming more aware of my thoughts in English. I am learning to speak with a natural rhythm. I am improving my sentence flow. I am understanding more every day. These sentences help you practice both vocabulary and internal fluency. Now let's practice a real-life scenario involving choices and preferences. Imagine someone asks you what you want to do tomorrow. Think about your answer. You might say, "Tomorrow, I want to take things slowly. I want to focus on myself. I might go for a walk. I might read something inspiring. I want to stay positive." These kinds of sentences help you discuss your preferences and plans naturally. Now imagine you're talking about something you recently enjoyed. You could say, "I enjoyed my day. I learned something new. I felt productive. I had some quiet moments to myself. I appreciated the day." These sentences help you talk about meaningful experiences. Let's practice a scenario where someone asks how your English learning is going. You might say, "It's going well. I'm practicing every day. I'm thinking in English more often. I'm starting to feel more comfortable." These sentences help you speak confidently about your progress. Now let's connect everything we've practiced so far. Fluent speaking comes from 3 key places: your mind, your voice, and your habits. When your mind thinks in English, your voice flows more naturally. When your voice practices shadowing, your pronunciation and rhythm improve. And when your habits support daily practice, your fluency becomes strong. You are developing all 3 of these today. Every moment you spend here is strengthening your fluency. Every thought, every sentence, every shadowing practice is shaping your ability to speak clearly and naturally. You are not the same English learner you were when you started this lesson. You are growing, evolving, and improving with each passing minute. As we come into the final stretch of this lesson, I want you to take a moment and recognize how far you've already come. Fluency doesn't happen all at once. It grows quietly through small, consistent steps, and whether you realize it or not, you've been taking those steps with every thought you've translated into English, with every sentence you've shadowed, with every reflection you've expressed internally. You're building a new version of yourself, one who communicates confidently in English, one who feels comfortable expressing thoughts and emotions, one who no longer feels stuck or frustrated when searching for the right words. You are doing the work, and the results are already forming inside you. Let's begin this final section with a deeper English thinking practice, one that helps solidify everything you've learned. Close your eyes if you want to, or simply drift into a calm focus. Imagine you're sitting somewhere peaceful, a cafe with soft music, a balcony with a gentle breeze, or a quiet room where you feel completely relaxed. Now bring English into your mind, not through memorizing anything, but through noticing your thoughts as they appear. Think. I feel peaceful in this moment. I'm letting my mind relax. I'm thinking in English naturally. I'm feeling more confident with every breath. Allow the thoughts to flow without effort. Let English become the voice of your mind. This soft, internal practice is what trains your brain to think in English automatically. Now imagine you're having a conversation with someone you feel comfortable with. They ask how your week has been. Let your answer flow naturally. My week has been productive. I learned new things. I practiced my English a lot. I feel proud of my progress. These sentences are simple, but they reflect real communication. Fluency is not about sounding complicated. It's about sounding natural, clear, and confident. Let's practice a more advanced internal dialogue. Ask yourself, what am I trying to achieve? Then answer in English. I'm trying to speak without hesitation. I'm trying to think more quickly. I'm trying to stay calm during conversations. These types of internal answers help your brain practice constructing clear, purposeful English sentences. Now let's focus on shadowing again, because shadowing connects your thoughts, your voice, and your confidence. Repeat softly or internally after me. I am capable of speaking fluently. I am learning to trust my voice. I am improving every day. I am becoming a natural English speaker. Feel how your voice, or internal voice, gains strength as you repeat these words. This is emotional training as much as it is language training. Let's move into a slightly longer shadowing sequence to support your fluency. I am building strong habits. I'm thinking in English more often. I'm speaking more confidently. I'm learning to relax and let the words come naturally. I don't need perfection. I only need progress. These sentences create the mindset of a confident speaker, someone who doesn't fear mistakes, someone who grows through experience, someone who trusts their ability to improve. Now let's practice vocabulary and natural sentence building around the theme of routines and daily habits. Imagine someone asks you what your routine looks like these days. You might say, I'm trying to stay consistent with my English practice. I start my mornings with simple thoughts in English. I practice shadowing when I have a quiet moment. I try to speak more naturally throughout the day. These sentences help you organize your thoughts clearly and express them naturally in conversation. Now imagine you're talking about self-improvement. You could say, I'm focusing on building better habits. I'm learning to stay patient with myself. I'm improving slowly but steadily. I'm proud of the effort I'm putting in. These sentences help you express personal growth, which is a powerful part of fluent communication. Let's practice a real-life conversation scenario. Imagine someone asks you for advice on learning a language. Think about your answer in English. You might say, "The key is to practice a little every day." Try to think in English whenever you can. Don't worry about mistakes. Just stay consistent and enjoy the process. These sentences reflect wisdom and experience things fluent speakers often share in conversation. Let's shift into another visualization technique to strengthen your speaking confidence. Imagine you're about to speak English in a real conversation. Before you speak, take a breath. Feel a soft calmness fill your body. Imagine the words forming clearly in your mind. Imagine speaking them with ease. Visualize the person you're talking to listening comfortably, understanding you, responding naturally. Visualization like this helps your mind prepare for future conversations. When your brain has already imagined success, it becomes much easier to achieve in real situations. Now, let's practice describing your future goals. Because fluent speakers often talk about plans, hopes, and dreams. Think, I want to keep improving my English. I want to speak more confidently. I want to use English at work or in travel. I want to feel proud of my communication skills. These sentences help you prepare for conversations about your ambitions. Let's revisit emotional vocabulary one last time. Think, I feel motivated. I feel hopeful. I feel inspired. I feel ready to improve even more. Emotional vocabulary deepens your fluency because it lets you communicate feelings, not just information. Now let's practice one more extended shadowing exercise to bring together everything we've built. I am growing. I am learning. I am becoming more fluent. I am learning to stay calm when I speak. I am thinking more clearly in English. I am building confidence every day. I trust myself. I am becoming the speaker I want to be. Feel each sentence settle into your mind. This is not just practice, it is transformation. Now imagine you're ending a conversation with someone. They ask how you feel about your progress. Your answer might be, I feel good about how far I've come. I can feel the improvement. I know I'm getting better each day. I'm excited to keep going. These sentences show confidence, awareness, and emotional clarity, all signs of fluency. Before we close this lesson, take a moment to acknowledge yourself. You've dedicated time, focus, and energy to this practice. You've trained your thoughts, your voice, and your mindset. You've built new habits that will stay with you far beyond this video. Fluency in 30 days is not magic, it's a commitment. And you've already taken the strongest step by showing up fully for yourself today. And now, here is Sarah's warm closing message to you. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I'm truly proud of you for staying committed, for practicing with intention, and for believing in your ability to grow. Fluency is not about perfection, it's about connection, confidence, and courage. And you have shown all three throughout this lesson. Keep practicing a little bit every day, keep thinking in English whenever you can, and keep trusting yourself. You are becoming more fluent every single day, and I'm honored to be a part of your journey. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icon so you don't miss future lessons. I'll see you in the next one, and until then, keep practicing and keep believing in yourself.